I don't want to see the text.
If you're going to talk about
shirt
off, then we can talk about you.
Wait, guys, hang on a minute. So, Paul Bishop, please, can you keep it respectable? Why are you telling people to shut up and being so rude?
You think it's not rude for him to keep talking while I'm talking? Wait, hold on. Do you think it's not rude for him to keep talking while I'm talking?
Yeah, I'm rude, and you can't do nothing about it. What?
Are you okay, decent weapon? Is this okay?
Wait, just a minute, So Paul Bishop, right? You know, when you become a little bit hostile and a little bit rude, maybe your emotions are heightened at the moment, which is fine. You're only human. But you know, when you attack, right, in an offensive manner, you give the other party a chance to do the same back to you. So you have to have a nice back and forth. You have to have a nice, calm back and forth, and be respectable, respect each other's faiths, and keep it going in a peaceful manner. So let's try it again. Go ahead, Paul Bishop.
Can you control him, please? Can you get him on mute, please? This will go a lot smoother if he mutes up.
Let him speak, and then you can come in after. Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you. All right. Anyways, so here's the sources where they substantiated this point. They didn't speak it out of thin air, obviously. So, and here they go. ورفع إلى عثمان رضي الله عنه وغلط عليه الدية مثل دية المسلم فقال الألباني. So this is الألباني now. They're going one by one. الألباني رحمه الله صحيح رواه الدار قطني 349 وعنه البيهقي 8. So chapter 8 verse 33 من طريق إسحاق ابن إبراهيم إنباء الرازق عن معمر عن الزهري. So here's all the sources. They're going over the sources, like they're all here. And then قال الحافظ في التخليص وقد ذكره عن طريق الرازق ابن حزم. All these sources are right there. They're right there.
So hold on.
I don't understand. But here, I'm not finished. 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 I'm not finished.
Yeah, you will
finish. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
You can keep saying that, but I'm not going to allow you to continue.
I am not finished. I'm not finished.
I will clarify.
I'm not finished. You guys did not. You let Creed
I will clarify
for like 10 minutes straight. You let Creed talk about nonsense for 10 minutes straight. Let me address the points, please.
If you put a text in front of people and misread it, then you will not be allowed to continue. If you want to go back and read it word for word and explain it, then I will let you continue. But you can't misread it, misinterpret it.
Okay, tell me where I misread it. Tell me where I misread it. Go ahead.
So the second part where you're talking about Uthman, it clearly says that when an incident of a person who unalived a person of the Zimma, of a Zimmi, which is a slave, unintentionally, that the diya he was asked to pay was the same as a Muslim. So the only instance where the half of the diya is paid is when it is by mistake. And this is talking about a slave, not a free non-believer. So
okay,
this is talking about
wait, hold on. Say that again. Say it slower. Say it slower.
Now, if a Muslim unalives a slave, which is someone that is not free by mistake, then the punishment is that you're being paid half the blood money of a Muslim. But when you do it intentionally, then you pay the full blood money that you will pay for a Muslim as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So that's not what you said. So then continue.
Okay. So again, this is a secondary to the point. So again, the striving Muslim get a pen and paper, whether it's by mistake or not. This is irrelevant at the point. The point is by mistake. If it's by mistake, then the diya is rendering as 50%. So again, if it's by mistake, you unalive a Muslim, you pay 100%, which is 100,000. I gave you a simple mathematical number, 100,000. If you unalive a Christian by mistake, then it's 50,000.
Yeah. So, no, not a Christian. This is Zimmi. He's talking about a slave.
He's saying,
why do you keep saying Christian?
I'm pulling my hair because you don't understand the argument.
Why do you keep saying Christian? No one's talking about a Christian here. Why do you keep saying
Christian? Yes, it does. Okay, well, who's Who's Ahl
Zimma is not
Dhimma?
Christian. Zimma are the slave class.
The Zimma are the prisoners of war who were slaves.
Oh my gosh,
Persians,
oh my
Russians,
gosh.
Romans.
Hang on a minute. Okay, Brother Dawood, hang fire just for probably 1 or 2 minutes. Driving Muslim, just proceed and finish what you were saying in response
Yeah.
to what Paul Bishop
What
was
you're
saying.
deceptively doing is that you're making Ahlul Zimma to be Christians only when we know clearly that's not the case. There were different people at the time that were in the slave class who were the enemies of the Muslims. They fought them and they kept them under the Muslim empire. Now, we're not talking about you have a free slave, which we had, a free Christian, which we had at the time of the Muslims living in Medina, that you can just unalive them and then you get to pay half. That's not what this verse is talking about. And we even have an instance where, let me just round it up here, an instance where during the time of Umar, where there was an old Christian man that was complaining about the fact that he couldn't pay the jizya, and Umar said that every old Christians should not be allowed to pay the jizya and will be taken care of by the state. So what you're trying to present of a Muslim state that is oppressive to the Christians is completely false. And this point and this particular ruling you're bringing, they don't even support that. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
It's not equivalent to Christians.
so here's a person doesn't even know what dhummi means, and he's telling me what it is, even though he doesn't confessingly and admittedly just a few minutes ago, and still going over his misunderstanding of what Ahlul Dhimma means, and he doesn't even know what it is, and he's telling me now it's not the Christians, dude.
I know
Again,
that it was, and I told
oh my
you
gosh!
it
Please
was.
mute that.
Prisoners of war.
Please
But
mute
you're
that.
trying to
But
make it. It's the
again,
Christians.
look. I haven't finished even one sentence, and he's interrupting me. How is that civilized? How is this not rude? Okay, so please listen. Again, striving Muslim. You asked me for this, and I laughed at you because you actually are butting in on a topic you don't know. But now you're making it worse for you because you are doubling down on your lack of knowledge about this topic, and again, you're showing it off. It's a bad thing. It is better for you to stay muted. I promise you, because Ahlul Dhimma, it is the Christians and the Jews. So Ahlul Kitab that live under the Islamic ruling. That means they are Christians and Jews living and subjugated and discriminated against because they are Christians and Jews. Again, we read it. It was dhummi or mu'ahid or kafir. It doesn't matter what criteria you are. Even mu'ahid, if someone you had a treaty with, you have analyzed him, you by mistake, you have to also pay just half of the Muslims. You're not grasping the argument. The argument again, if you analyze a Christian, the one that you have a treaty with, the polytheist, doesn't matter what it is, under an Islamic country or Sharia law, then you pay 50% if it was by mistake. If it was premeditated, then you pay 100%. But nevertheless, it's 50% on the first one. And the issue is that now we're talking about two different intrinsic value. First, that the life of a Christian is half the price of a Muslim. And nevertheless, you as a Muslim will never get capital punishment, but if the roles are reversed, the Christians get unalived for capital punishment. But Muslims are not getting capital punishment. Are you getting this? Please tell me you're getting this, because I am actually, my throat is dry because I repeated this point like 100 times. It seemed to me you guys are just lacking the knowledge about this topic that I'm talking through to nobody. So,
are you done?
No, I'm not done, because we went over this already. We went over this several times, and you guys seem to not grasp where the issue is. So, and then you guys are telling me that I don't have sources for offensive jihad. Then for some reason that creed have said something about how again the Islamic people have to treat each other. Nobody disputed that you guys are good with each other, but we're talking about you are not good with minorities and other groups. So again, in 9123 creed, if you're not familiar with this, then you should understand that you are ordained to unalive innocent people that just neighboring you, because that's exactly what it says. And I can show you tafsir after tafsir right now that says exactly that. Here,
Well,
let's
you
do
can't
this.
show us Ibn Kathir because we just showed Ibn Kathir
Sure,
not
I will
saying
show
that.
you Ibn Kathir. You want Ibn
Ibn
Kathir?
Kathir was he mentioned the 3 tribes of the Muslims were at war with the
Let's
You don't know what you're
let's
talking
do
about.
Ibn
Before you go
Kathir.
to the
Okay,
Ibn
let's
Kathir,
go to
let
Ibn
me
Kathir.
hold on, Paul, because you just went on a monologue.
This is Ibn
Hold
Kathir.
on.
This is Ibn
Yeah,
Kathir.
hold on. We'll go
This
to
is
Ibn
Al-Bahith
Kathir.
al-Qurani, Surah
Hold on,
At-Tawbah
Paul.
123.
Paul,
You want
can
Ibn
hold on
Kathir?
before
Here's
you
Ibn
go there?
Kathir.
Can you hold on before you go to that verse?
What are the
There's
3
no one is
tribes
running
in
here.
the Medina the Muslims
Let's
were at
go
war with?
over the 123.
Paul,
Let's go over
can
the
you
Christians
just
and the
hold
Jews,
on?
how
You made
you're
some very
ordered to
fallacious
analyze them.
points. I'm coming. Just hold on. We'll go to Ibn Kathir in a moment. Now,
Come on, I want
simply
to show you
because,
this.
Brother Creed, do you mind, because the word Ahl Zimma, now,
Yes.
the
You
word
don't even know
Zimmi,
what that is.
of course, I wasn't hiding the fact that I didn't know. It doesn't mean I don't know.
I
the meaning of
reminded him he knows.
I
Stop
know the
saying
meaning of
that
Islam,
about
but what
him.
Zimmi
He said it himself. He
was
said
what
he doesn't
escaped
know.
my
Well,
mind, and I didn't
that
realize
condition
what
no
it meant
longer
at the
relevant
time.
because he knows
Now,
what it is.
I'm coming.
He
Creed, can
doesn't
you
know
just
what it
help
is.
out
Come on,
here?
let's go.
If you're familiar with the word Ahl Zimma, is Paul read that Ahl
It's
Zimma
not.
refers to Christians only, not
It
slaves?
doesn't. It doesn't exclusively mean Christian. It doesn't mean exclusively Christian, as he said. He
No, I
said
never
that
said
they were on
exclusive
a.
Christian. I said
But
Jews and Christians. Stop lying. I said Ahl al-Kitab.
okay, well, he asked
I
me
said
the
Ahl al-Kitab several times.
he asked me a question.
Can
I'm
you
just
hold on,
responding to
Paul?
him.
Wait, hold on. Am I
We tried to learn
wrong?
things here. We were not just about arguing and cooking people. We're trying to learn. So can you let him please speak?
Do you know what would be more
Well, he's lying.
helpful? So do you know what would be more helpful, Paul Bishop, if you brought it up in its English translation? So all the viewers that are watching, they'll be able to understand your point of view, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So do you think that would be fair for the other viewers?
It will be
That's
unfair
what
for your sources, though.
that's what I wanted to say, sister. Thank you, because
That'll be unfair for your sources because your sources are.
Okay,
She asked me. Is your name Paul Creed?
No, Paul, please stop having this hostile attitude, right? We have been very, very patient with you, and you have been behaving in this manner for the longest of time.
Which manner?
Just stop,
The
please,
manner
Paul.
that you're showing
So
right
I
now.
was saying, so what I'm
You
saying,
guys
Paul,
are
right?
three Muslims attacking me at the same time.
Paul, bring up your source in English. I'll be happy to give you full screen so that everybody else can learn as well that are viewing it. So go ahead. I'll give you the opportunity to do that.
Okay, so number one, if you want to find the truth about Islam, you don't look in the English sources where it's sugar-coated. You look at the primary sources where it's written in Arabic, where nothing should be hidden. And you have Creed here and Striving Muslim, and you also have technology, which means you can screenshot everything I present and translate it and cross-reference it. And if I'm lying about a single syllable, then you can actually out me out and say, liar, liar, pants on fire. I am translating. I'm translating. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys are
already did that with the stuff you're
I
saying
can't deal with
before
this.
you got
I
booed.
literally can't deal with this. You
You've been
guys are
talking a long time,
completely.
Paul. You've been talking a long time.
You spoke for 10 minutes straight, and no
didn't
one
really
stopped
speak
you.
that
You
long,
went on a
honestly.
diatribe.
We brought up the
and no one
hadith.
ever stopped you.
You ignored it.
Brothers, stop.
I am addressing it.
Stop it.